Hi, and welcome to the Tangled Skeins CA. My name is Sue, also known as Crafty Knitter 7. Today is Saturday, February 1st, 2020, and this is episode 13. So I tried to record last week. That did not go so well. For some reason the sound was really off. It sounded like my microphone was having wind blow on it. It was just really weird. I managed to fix half of it, and then the second half just would not cooperate, even by removing the back noise and everything. So today I did a test, and I'm really glad I did after my husband made sure everything was set up properly. Did a test and it still did the same thing. So we figured that I have 4 USB ports on the front of my computer, and for some reason it has to be plugged into the actual main one. And he has added extra USB ports because I didn't have enough, but it doesn't like being put into those. And as soon as we try to test, all's good. So I will recap what I did last week. So first thing you'll notice, I cut off my hair. Yeah, I cut off about this much. Reason 1, I'm growing out my gray. As you can see, and reason 2, I'm always hot at the back of my neck, so my hair was always in a ponytail, and because my hair is fine and I don't know, slippery, whatever you want to call that, elastics have to be put on very tight, which it almost feels like it's pulling out my brain from the back of my head, so I was getting a lot of headaches. So I decided to chop it off, and now the gray will grow much faster. Kind of looks like it's an ombre. I've gotten a lot of compliments on the cut, so I guess it suits me. So let's get into things, what I'm knitting on. Let me show you, I've got my stuff all the way over here, but hey, it's okay. So let me show you the Ambershore Shawl. Words. So this is the Ambershore, and that's by Inese Sang, and I literally am knitting it in the same colors, not that what she used, but I'm knitting them with JeLaineYarns, which is somebody I met at the Twist Fall Retreat in November. Is it gonna? There we go. And her name is Chantal, and this is her singleton base, so it's single ply, 100% extra fine superwash merino, 437 yards. And she can be found on Instagram as well as JeLaineYarns. She will be at Knit City Montreal, so look out for her. She's got some really nice stuff. So let me put this back in here and show you what I've done. So I started the color work. Yay, you'll be so proud of me. Yeah, there's only 2 color work, but it's color work. But the best thing is I followed it from the chart. I'm really not good with charts. Years ago, Carrie, who now goes by the name of Liz, bought me a book, Learning Charts, showed me how to follow charts, really tried to get me to use charts, but there's just no way. Me and charts aren't friends. Really not friends. So one of my knitting goals in 2020 is to learn to knit from a chart. This pattern only has charts. So that was the first chart, and the next chart is going to incorporate the other colors. So you'll see there's like a golden color. This is called Canyon Ridge. A little darker, maybe my lights are a little bright, but it's very nice. I have pictures on Instagram. This beautiful blue, which has fluff on it, so that's called Midnight. And then the other color doesn't have a name, but it's like, I need to get this up close to the camera if I can get it to focus, get off my face. There we go. It's beautiful. So those are the 3 colors. So the next color I'm going to be joining in the color work is that. but I love, 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 love these colors. So I'll bring it, will I get it done for the end of March for Knit City? Hopefully. I'm not going to force myself because it is what it is. So this is knit on, let me just move some things so I can see my show notes. This is knit on 3.75 and 4 millimeter, which is a US 4 and 5 needles, and it's not what the pattern calls for. I don't believe that's what the pattern called for. No, it wanted us to use a 3 millimeter and a 3.5. I asked her what she used, and I like what the gauge it's giving me. I really love it. So it's being housed in a bag that I got from I believe she's in the Ukraine. If you go to Eva Novak on Instagram, I think it's Eva, EVA_Novak, NOVAK. Her prices are amazing. It takes a little bit longer to get it because it's from the Ukraine. But I love this bag. I really do. She made her own drawstrings. So these are really cool. It's huge. And it's got pockets, and it's just really great. I love it. So that is one of the things I'm working on, which I haven't touched in probably 2 weeks. Maybe 2 weeks? Oh, sorry, I'm trying to... We're all tangled. Get the yarn back in the bag. So yeah, so love it. The other thing I was knitting on, and this is my Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. And let's get you a picture here so you can see what I'm talking about. So that's what that is. So basically it's made with minis, and I'm using quite large minis compared to what the pattern calls for. I think it calls for 10 gram minis, but I'm using minis. Most of them are from Gingersnapthat, and of course I'm in the middle of the row, and when I recorded last week I knew I was in the middle of the row, but I haven't touched this. So that's the bottom. So that was the first skein I got, that was the second skein I got, and it's got kind of oranges and then it goes into an orange, and that's what I'm trying to do. So next went to this purple, and then I went to a darker purple. Now I'm on to a blue that kind of has purple, and now blue. So I want to do a light color and a dark color, a light color and a dark color, kind of like not really fading, but yeah. And then the next color, so the next light color is this. This is from my stash. I have no idea what it is, so it's got creams and grays. And then I'm going to go into this, which is called Grit. I have no idea who the dyer is. I got this a long time ago when I was collecting 20 gram minis for my barn raising square blanket. Speaking of minis, oh, I've got so many. This is being knit on size 4 millimeter. Sorry, I'm moving because my mic is in the way, which is a US 6. I've got so many minis. I went through them last week. I have about, so the large Ziploc freezer bags, I've got about 5 bags of those of 20 grams. I have some 10 grams, and I have gajillion between 5 and 8 gram minis. So, you know, I do have 2 other blankets on the go. I have the barn raising square, which I need probably about a 20 more square, and then I have a mitered square blanket, which I really don't feel like knitting on. But this is nice. It's mindless. I like it. It's in a bag that I made for myself. This fabric I got in a Walmart near Chicago when I went to Stitches Midwest. So I made that for myself, and then I put this nice green inside. That's number 2. Let's have a little drink here. And the next thing. The next thing has been taking up all of my time. I literally cannot stop. Like, really can't. I'm addicted to it. Bente, I blame you. Why not? You're my bestie. You got broad shoulders. So I bought some new crochet hooks off of Amazon. And the reason I wasn't liking crochet before, because the hooks that I had, like, had a really short handle, like this long. And so my hand was always cramping. These are much longer, and there's a place to put my thumb in the whole bit, so my hand is not cramping. So that's a 3.5 millimeter hook, which is an E. And I have a bag of minis. Excuse me, they're all in balls. So I cast this on Saturday last week. Yep, Saturday. And so this is how long it is. Yeah. Can't stop. Basically, sitting on the couch, I hand the bag over to hubby, tell him to pick out another ball, and there I go. And before you know it, that's like a week's worth of work, and I'm addicted. And I'm probably going to bring this to Cuba with us. Just easier on the plane. I might cast on some socks too, but I'm not sure. But I don't want to bring a gajillion things because I know I'm not going to be knitting on them all, and I want something that I can use that, something that I can knit that I'm knitting on the beach. So this is the Granny Stripes blanket by Lucy of Attic24, and like I said, it's done out of my minis on a 3.5 millimeter, which is an E hook. This bag was from when Selma from Little Big Knits actually had, she still has an Etsy shop, but she doesn't use it anymore. So my husband's an entomologist, he studied honeybees, and this is just awesome. I love it. Oh. Okay, so what do I have next? What I have next is I'm going to be swatching, and I did swatch and I ripped it out, and I shouldn't have, but I did. So I'm going to be swatching for Universal Yarns Pattern Collection Women. This is the J sweater designed by Rachel Brockman. I wanted something that, because I have, I'm a little bigger in this area, I don't want something that's going to end on the girls, so to say. And I find that a lot of the colorwork patterns end right there, and it's just like focus. So I wanted something that would end a little higher. So this was free, so I am abiding by my rule of not buying patterns. And this has 3/4 length sleeves. So let me get a little closer so you can see that. It's really pretty. And I have yarn in my stash that I picked out. So I was going to go for a darker green, but I decided to go for this one, which is called, it's 220 Superwash Merino, and this is in the Iguana. Did I say that right? Yeah, it's in the Iguana colorway, which, oh, you're really not seeing it. A little better. Iguana, which is color number 58. So it's in this Superwash Merino, and the other color is a cream, which is from Stash. I've got plenty. I can make the sweater a little bit longer, which is what I want, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to do, oh, this thing is just crap. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do 3/4 length sleeves. Pretty sure, but we'll see. So they're already caked up. Like I said, I did a swatch yesterday. I thought I could swatch the color work, but I'm really not going to do that. And I pulled it out, and I shouldn't have. I should have measured my gauge with just the stockinette, and I didn't. So I need to recast on in the round. and get that swatched. My eye's really bothering me today. Sorry, it's like really swollen. You can really tell. So that is it. Oh, my brain I have no idea what I was going to do. Right, I want to talk about the craft from Stash Cal that I saw on Sam of Hand Me My Knittings podcast. She talked about it, and it's something that I wanted to do anyway. I want to knit from patterns in Stash, and I want to knit from yarn in Stash. I'm not going to stop myself from buying anything at Knit City. I want to buy very minimum amount. I need to buy some Luxe DK in the concrete colorway from Kim from Gingersnapthat, because when I was there in October, I bought 3 skeins of her fingering Luxe by mistake, and I need DK. I want to do the Supplanter Shawl by the Cozy Up Knit Girls, and I could have held the fingering double, but I don't think it would be the same. So I have 3 skeins of fingering gray that I might keep or I might give to a friend. I don't know. So that is the one purchase for sure. Another purchase is probably going to be from JeLaineYarns, because she's got amazing stuff, and that's all I can say about that. So create from Stash Cal. I asked Sam if I could piggyback on her Cal. She said yes, and I'm kind of really happy about that. I'm going to move my mic so I can see my words. So rules, very laid back. Any project that you use during the year is 75% yarn from stash that you bought up until December 31st, 2019. Anything new you could only use 25% of your project, which is still fine. It's not stopping you from using new yarn. And whips are welcome. So if you have something that's on the needles already, bring it on over, put it in there. There's going to be a monthly thread, and the monthly thread is going to, where's my notes here? Okay, so there's going to be a monthly finished objects thread. Right now there's a January one that I haven't closed because I wanted to wait until I talked about it, so I might extend that one for a little bit. I might close that one during the week next week before I leave for my vacation. And each month is going to have a challenge. January's challenge was, and I did the same thing Sam did, is if you upload your stash to If you upload your stash to Ravelry, or you've already uploaded your stash to Ravelry, take a screenshot of your stash, like on the computer, and enter it twice into the challenge thread. Each month is going to have a different challenge thread, so I'm still putting together what I want to do for February, but for your regular finished objects, enter them into the finished objects thread, which is going to be open all year long. The monthly ones are going to be closed, and then I'm going to do monthly prizes, as is Sam. So, like I said, prizes every month, and then if somebody has entered an FO in for every month, or no, I'm going to draw from the FO thread later. Somebody who has done every challenge for every month will get put into a grand prize draw at the end, which I'm still figuring out what it's going to be. So stay tuned for that. What else did I want to talk about? So I redrew the name for Real Life Yarns giveaway, because it's been a month or so and the other person has not contacted me, so I decided to redraw the pistachio colorway. So it's a fingering weight, 75/25 nylon, 436 yards, and that's for 4 Real Yarns. And the winner for that is number 14, who is Drew Bean, and that's Kathy from Lynn, Massachusetts. So if you see this, Kathy, please PM me on Ravelry or send me a DM on Instagram with your address, and I will get that out to you as soon as I can. So that's that. Hi again. I'm going to insert this because I forgot to draw a name for the other prize from the gift along that we did before the holidays. The person did not contact me for the skein of Yarn Matrix, which is this skein right here. And this is called, it's a BFL nylon. It's Mr. Toad's Lily Pad, 464 yards of a 75/25 BFL nylon. So I redrew a name, and the post number was number 12 from the thread, and that person is Kimmy Loves Amos. I will put that up on the screen, and she made this cute little, I don't even know what to call it. It's like, it's a stuffed animal. Sorry, it looks crocheted, but it looks like it's all little folded pieces of yarn to make it look like the hair. So it is really cute, and trying to see. Kimmy is from California. So, Kimmy. Killy Loves Amos. First name, Kilashandra. Let me know if I did that right. So please PM me on Ravelry or send me a DM on Instagram, and I will get this beautiful skein out to you. And I hope you contact me because I want to give it away. So on to the next part of the podcast. Thanks. So I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank any new viewers who have come to watch, and my returning viewers, thank you for being patient with me. And now that I've figured out my audio problem, and I will go and do what I got to do with this and get it up as soon as I can. So until next time, may the skein never be tangled and the needles always nearby. See you later.